What's going on today, guys and girls? It's Terry with TLK Outdoors coming at you here from Mike Miller Park in Draffenville, Kentucky. I actually got the whole crew here today. Got my boy and my wife on the other side of the little dock that's right out here. They're currently fishing on the other side right now. Today's video, I'm actually going to be showcasing a piece of equipment that some trout anglers, some anglers in general may be familiar with, others not so much. But that piece of equipment today is the simple yet effective, mind you, hook degorger. It goes by other names as hook degorger or hook puller. This is a simple, very inexpensive tool that you can find at your local Walmart. Bass Pro Shops has them, Academy Sports. Anywhere that sells bait and tackle, you'll usually find these. They usually run about $1. Most of the times no more than $2 depending on where you live. I actually have had this guy for quite some time. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of wear and tear on it, but I'm actually going to showcase to those that don't know how to use one of these on how to effectively use this to retrieve your hook from a fish that has swallowed your bait. So stay with us today. I will also be showcasing another very effective but controversial technique that you can use to catch trout out of ponds and lakes such as this one right here. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and dive in here today and show you how to use this guy. All right, guys, so before we can even effectively use the hook degorger, obviously we have to have a fish that has a hook stuck in his gullet, and we are planning on keeping some fish today out here, so that's why I'm going to be utilizing the old dough bait again. Just simple piece of power bait. Got rigged up on a Carolina rig, just simple basic Carolina rig. A size 8 bait holder hook with a 16th ounce slip sinker. Something simple yet effective. There you go. And we'll go ahead and bomb this guy out here. It is a very windy day today, so utilizing a bottom rig like this one will be probably the best way to go. See, I threw that actually straight across and the wind actually took it and blew it to the right, so it's going to be one of those play the wind kind of days. But we got that guy out there. We're just going to go ahead and set our rod down here and we'll wait for that first bite, and hopefully well, we actually got a bite right away, guys. Look at that. That didn't take long at all. We're on already, guys. That did not take long. Not a bad little fish. And he did swallow that hook, so I'll be able to showcase this tool to you guys. So what you're going to do after we get him to stop flopping around here, you're going to grab your fish, and you don't want to grab him upside down. You want to try and get him belly down. But you're going to grab your fish, and trout are extremely slimy, guys, so you'll have to grip them quite a bit. This guy's not going to be released, so he'll be going on the stringer. And what you'll do is there's a slit right there, and you're going to run that slit on the line. What I do is I will run the degorger over the line like so, and I'll run that in the slit. And what you want to do is you want to keep some tension on the line. You're going to run this degorger in the mouth, keeping tension on the line, and you're going to quit, come back out, and just like that, that hook is out of that fish's gullet. Just as simple as that, guys. That's all it takes, is a little bit of tension and just a quick in and out, and you have a fish that no longer has a hook in its stomach. So I'll go ahead and get this guy on the stringer here, and I'll get rigged up with this other technique that works really well out here on these lakes and ponds. So we got that fish on the stringer there, got him set up. So now we're going to go ahead and dive into another technique that can work really well on a body of water. Like I said, this is a controversial technique. It has been around a long time. So I do want to put this out there. I do want to put this disclaimer out there. Right now, before I dive into this, I by no means advocate for any use of drugs of any kind. That being said, this new technique, now I was on an injectable medication for a while a few years ago, so I still had some syringes and some needles from those medications. As you can see, they are still packaged. But what I will be doing with this is utilizing this to pump air into a night crawler. And I'm going to show you how this works. This is a very effective technique. It does work. But like I said, I in no way, shape, or form advocate for drug use of any kind. So any rumors that get spread by anybody that watches this video that I'm some drug head or something like that, just because I have a syringe and a needle from a medication I used to take a few years back, you will be kicked off of this page, because I will not condone any sort of fibs or lies being spread about me or anybody in my family. That being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into how this rig works. So what I'll do here, I'll grab myself a night crawler, and the same way I've used night crawlers in past videos, what I'll do is I'll pinch the head end off, and what I will do is I have a size 8 Aberdeen hook. I don't like using bait holder hooks for night crawlers, because I do like to be able to run the crawler up the shank a little bit more. So I'll take that crawler and I'll run him up, and I'll stick him out about halfway up, and then I'll take that hook, run it halfway up the shank there, and I'll just double it back again just to get a good bite there, and I'll run that through, and that's it. Now how this works to pump air into the crawler, let me go ahead and open this up. And also, while I am doing this, parents, do not, I repeat, do not let your kids utilize this technique without your supervision. Or better yet, if you decide to use this technique, do it for them. But anyway, now what I'll do, it's actually on there really good, there we go, is I'll just pull that plunger out just to get some air in there. And then I'll take the worm, take the syringe and go inside the worm, and I'll just slowly pump it up with air. Then I'll go to another spot on the worm and pump that up with air. You see, I have a little bit of an air pocket back there. I'll go up here to the front of the head, and I'll just pump that up with air. There we go. And what that's going to do is that will allow that worm to actually float in the water column. So rather than having that worm laying on the bottom of the lake or pond, whatever you're fishing in, it will actually float up and allow them fish. Let me see, yep, floating really good down there. I don't know if you can see that down in the water. That worm is floating. So that will allow that worm to float in the water column and give those fish a visual, a better visual on where that worm is. And while he's stewing out there, I'm going to go ahead. I I've already got my other rod set back up with power bait. I'm gonna go ahead and bomb that back out there. There we go. All right, guys, and then we'll just sit here and we'll wait for the next bite. There we go, guys. Got a bite on the crawler. I got a bite on the power bait too. Fish on, guys. That quick on the night crawler. Another trout there. And just like the last fish, he did swallow it. About the same size as the last one. I think the fish on that other pole is actually hooked, so I'll get this guy off here real quick and then reel that other one in. Be careful around these rocks here. And that other fish is still pulling on that other rod. So like I said, I think he's hooked. Go ahead and throw this guy back in here. There we go. I'll pick this rod up here. Yeah, he actually stripped the hook and came off. That's all right. We got two fish pretty quick. But I'm going to go ahead and get baited back up here on both these rods, and I'll get back with you guys. We just got the night crawler tossed back in there. I don't know what kind of cast that was. That was comical. I think I was right around the tip of the rod. There we go. We're back out there. If this happens as quick as the last couple bites happened, should have a fish on here really quick. There we go, guys. Got a bite on the crawler again. And we got a bite on the power bait too. I think we'll hit the power bait first this time. Did not take long. Fish on, guys. About the same size as the last two. Swallowed that hook, so be able to demonstrate this hook degorger to you guys again. And what I do to make sure I get tension on the line, I'll reel him up a little bit more, so that way I can place a rod down next to me. And as I grab this fish, what it's doing is creating, the line itself is creating its own tension. So now I'll grab this hook degorger, walk you through this again. I'll go over the line, go down into the fish's mouth, push in, pull out. There we go, guys. Power bait and all on there. Just like that. Got another fish that swallowed the hook. Got the hook out, ready for the stringer. So I'll get him put on here real quick, get back with you guys, see if we have a fish on this night crawler. Hold the rod in that had the night crawler on it. Stripped the fish that was on it, stripped the hook, so that gave me an opportunity to run through this with you here again on how to do this rig, putting air in the night crawler. So once again, I pinch the head end of the night crawler off, and I'll run that up the hook like so. This is actually a little bit bigger piece of night crawler, but that's all right. I'll just run him up the hook there. I'll come back through closer to the head, with the hook. That's it, guys. You see that night crawler's moving around nice and natural. And I'll take my syringe here. That cap just does not want to come off this. There we go. So what I'll do, pull the plunger out a little bit. I'll start at the back side, pump a little bit of air back there, and I'll just move up the worm toward the head. Pump some air in there, go up here where the hook is, pump some air in there, and up here close to the head. There we go, guys. We have a ballooned up worm. Get our air out there, cap our syringe back off. Take our now floating night crawler, bomb him out there, let him sit. And Rainbow's been working pretty good for power bait, so I guess I'll go ahead and stick with that. Might as well. Don't fix what ain't broke, right? And all we do to rig this power bait up, grab our hook, grab our power bait, roll it up into a ball, kind of like an egg. Stick her on the hook, like so. Work it up the hook like a teardrop. Teardrop shaped piece of power bait. Take this puppy here. We'll bomb her back out there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. Wow, that was quick. That was real quick, guys. That guy there didn't even give me time to set up. Heck, them, yeah, that's the best fish of the day, weight-wise. That guy there, he actually just got it in the lip, so I'll undo him and let him go. There we go. He back in there like a rocket. Heck yeah. See if we can't repeat that. It's always nice when you don't have to use the hook degorger when using dough baits, but it's a big rarity when using dough baits that they don't swallow the hook. That guy there, I can almost guarantee hit it on the fall, so he grabbed that and was swimming with it before I even had the chance to set my rod down and just kind of set myself up. All right, rig back up. We'll go ahead, bomb her back out. Try this again. Going for the hook set. I missed that one. No, he's swimming in with it. He's on there. That guy swallowed it, so I'll have to go ahead and break that old hook degorger back out. I think I got a bite on the night crawler. I do. So he's hooked, so I can let him swim around in there. It's chaos out here, guys. Utter chaos. Got my line wrapped up in a rock over here, and I do have a fish on. Got a bluegill. Well, like I said, that rig does work for all species. Here we go. That rig does work for all species. Still got the air in the head there, so it'll still float. Bomb this back out here. Alright, back to the task at hand, and that's getting this little feller off the hook, getting him on the stringer. Alright, so once again, I'm going to grab your fish, belly side down. Getting a bite on the nightcrawler already. Alright, I got to get this fish off. If he hooks himself, he hooks himself. Alright, so here we go. Over the line, quick in, quick out. There you go. Get him popped on the stringer here, and then we'll reel this other fish in that apparently got himself up. And if it's another trout, that should be our limit. That quick. Let's see if this fish is still on here, guys. Yep, he's still on there. Feels like a trout. It is. All right, guys. Ain't been here a handful of minutes, and I already got my limit of 5 fish. And this guy swallowed it, so I'll have to utilize the hook degorger on him. Oh, that's way down in there. Up around the line. Down in the gullet. Back out. Hooks right there. Fish right there. Get him on the stringer, and I'll get back with you guys and we'll share some thoughts. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here today on TLK Outdoors. Had a blast out here throwing around some of these bottom rigs and showing you a new technique that hopefully will benefit you in your tackle box and hopefully help you be a little bit more successful out on them ponds. I hope this video helped you out today with a little bit more knowledge on what a hook degorger is and how to utilize one to get the stubborn hook out of the throat of a fish's mouth, so you don't have to go in there with a pair of pliers and do some digging. So if you like today's video, go ahead and shoot me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and leave me a comment, as all comments do help the algorithm, spreading me around there a little bit more on YouTube and Facebook, any other platform that I share my content. And I do want to thank you guys for this view, because without you guys I wouldn't be out here doing what I'm doing, filming this for the channel for you guys to enjoy and help bring a little bit of knowledge to you. With that being said, I want you guys to stay safe, keep them lines tight, and always enjoy them great outdoors.